Good morning, welcome to week 5. Oh my gosh, we're starting week 5. It's been 4 weeks already. I can't believe it. I'm going to tell you the secret behind why I created 6 Weeks of Will in the first place. Like the original, the OG inspiration behind 6 Weeks of Will. All right, as you guys are jumping on, say hi in the comments. And we'll get started because many of you do this on the replay. So we'll start with our twists. So I started this 6 Weeks of Will because a few weeks ago I was realizing how difficult it seemed to be for me to get my workouts in. I was getting one workout in a week, and that workout was because I was doing it live. I used to do a Thursday, Thursday live workout. Okay, go to knee ups. Thursdays I would do a live workout in my other group. I have another group that I run that's more wellness based called Pursuing Wellness. We're actually doing a water challenge next month. So if you struggle with water intake, put water in the comments and I can add you to this other group. Hopefully I am live. Anyways, I was doing my Thursday workouts in that group, and that was the only workout. Each week I kept saying to myself, I gotta get in more workouts, but I just couldn't. Weeks were going by, and then one day I looked at the calendar, and this was several weeks ago. And we, as a family, our family goes to Florida. We drive to Florida every single March. We have for years, many years. We go for March. We go for 2 to 3 weeks. It's literally my absolute favorite time of year. It's my favorite couple of weeks of the year. I can't even tell you how much it's breaking my heart right now that we're not going. But the point was, a few weeks ago I looked at the calendar and I thought, oh my good God, we are going to Florida in, at the time I thought 8 weeks. Originally 6 Weeks of Will was going to be 8 weeks long. And then I realized, nope, it's 6 weeks. I have 6 weeks to get my butt in gear, get, shaped up a little bit, get a little bit fitter, get myself looked after here on this side of things. And I thought, how am I going to do this? And that's when I thought I'll do 6 Weeks of Will. I'll do live workouts because if that's the only workout I can get in. I need to just do 3 a week instead of 1, and maybe I can get my act together. And so that is what I looked at the calendar and saw, no, it's 6 weeks, not 8. That's where 6 Weeks of Will came from. And I was supposed to be going to Florida next week. So I thought I would commit to the 6 weeks, and then off I would go on vacation. However, that is not happening now, and I have mixed feelings about that, but c'est la vie, as they say, and that's okay. But my point of that was I wanted to share with you the original reason why 6 Weeks of Will. So the beautiful part is 4 of the 6 weeks have gone by crazy incredibly fast, and those of you who are joining me, I hope, are feeling better and starting to feel the benefits of consistent workouts 3 times a week. I know I am. Okay, we're going to up the intensity a little bit for those who want. Those who need to can stay at low intensity. I'm having a draggy day today. I'm going to say that right up front. I didn't sleep well last night, but anyways, here we are. So it goes to show you how important accountability is when we're struggling with something that we know we need to do, or we actually know we want to do, and we just can't get ourselves to do it. There's no way that I would be here this morning if it wasn't for you all. Because I did not sleep well last night. I don't know why. It happens every now and then, very randomly. And I'm really feeling it. And I would have loved to skip today, but I can't because I'm committed to you. It reminds me of a quote I read recently that I think it's successful people do things out of commitment and the rest of us do things when we feel like it, right? And so commitment means doing things whether you feel like it or not. I think we did these last round, but that's okay. So I'm considering what next after the next couple of weeks. I did say to Trish, who joined late, and I know Tammy Hoskin, I know she joined late. I know she's catching up though. So she's been doing the workouts extra. I'm debating what to do next. I have some ideas, but I think I still need you guys. I'm not sure about anybody else because I know gyms are opening back up for most places. So maybe some of you will have your gyms back. We have one more round. So remember, I always say this, but it warrants repeating. Go at your own pace. Don't feel like you need to keep up with me, increase with me, but also if you can go harder than me, my goodness, go for it. I always tell people these workouts, so I'm upping to high intensity now, but if you need to stay at moderate or low, that's totally cool. I always tell people these workouts are the kind of workouts that get harder as you get fitter. You get better at them, so you can do high knees. You can lift your knees higher. You can do them faster. So always push yourself at your pace. Same with jacks. You can increase the intensity. Ooh, it's a lot warmer today than it has been. I had a tank today. Remember, success is not linear. We talked about this on Mindset Monday yesterday. Success is not linear. Success often looks like this, like a child scribbling. And everybody falls eventually. The goal is never perfection, the goal is growth. The goal isn't to never make a mistake, the goal is to get better. I like to think of striving for 1% better, 1% better each day, right? Small increments. So, one of the questions I was asked in my Diet Traps workshop that I'm doing this week was, how do I not let one, like a cheat day or a slip up, completely derail me? So it's the same thing like if you miss a workout or if you miss a week of workouts. We're all going to fall, we're all going to slip at some point. That's normal. I know Karen, who does these workouts with us religiously, she had some hiccups last week to deal with, and she's back today, and that's the thing, right? You just pick yourself up, think big picture, think finish line mentality, sorry, start line mentality, not finish line mentality, meaning this is what I do now. I'm not doing it for only 6 weeks, right? It's not, the goal isn't to totally quit after 6 weeks. The 6 weeks was just to give you and me a benchmark or a landmark to aim for, right? But are you planning on stopping after 6 weeks? Like, no. No, no, no. So if you miss or skip or, you know, slip up, it's fine. Get back on. Oh my, look at this hair. Okay, so we are doing kind of a full body workout today. We're doing 45 seconds of effort with 15 seconds of rest. We have 4 exercises, then we get a minute rest, and we do it four times, so 4 by 4. So our first one's going to be, we're going to start kind of easy. We're going to change up the cardio one. We're going to alternate it back and forth between an easy and a hard one. So we're going to start with jumping jacks. I am going to turn this heater off because my menopausal heating system is on full blazes today. I always joke with my friend, my menopausal friend, I always joke I can actually sweat and be cold at the same time. Okay, let's go. Jumping jacks. Okay? So you can go fast. You can do jack squats if you want. Remember, I know what's coming. So just remember, I mean, I think when we look for external proof that what we're doing is working, so whether it's the scale, right? We get on the scale to see some kind of external validation that what we're doing is the right thing, right? 15-second rest. So we're going to do a squat with a side kick. So these are a bit of a power move. What I really encourage us all to do is, so we're going to kick, squat, kick, squat, kick. So we're going to do one leg, and we're going to do the next leg the next round. Okay, so you're doing a squat, kick. You can squat like this. These ones are a little harder if you have bad knees, or if you're new, squat just regular squats. 14 seconds left. Kick. So really lift. This is going to target your thighs. But remember, here's the danger of the scale. Among so many, there's so many. Okay, next up's a lunge kick. So we're going to do the other leg this time. So we alternate the stressing. Lunge, kick, lunge, kick. If you need to, you can simply do lunges. Make sure this front knee, notice my front knee doesn't fall forward. It stays directly over my, this is the same leg. That's okay. We're going to be that awesome today that we're going to do back to back the same leg. 10 seconds. Woo, balance. The danger of the scale is, for females especially, okay, we're going to plank next. I'm going to give you 2 options from plank. Is that within a month, our bodies can fluctuate. So plank, this is option 1. Option 2 is on your elbows. And this is what we're going to aim for. So notice my hips aren't rocking. One of the tricks to this is to widen your feet. Squeeze those shoulder blades so that your back's not curved. You don't want a rounded back. Whew. This is the last one of set 1. And we're doing 4 sets. So the danger of the scale is that we our weight is really not a static thing. So yes, it represents the gravitational pull of our body, right? Okay, great. When you think of water retention, when you think of cyclical hormones throughout the month, where there's times in the month where you retain more, there's times in the month where you release it. There's times in the month that there's a lot happening inside a female body. Like there's a lot of things going on, programs running. And sometimes that means your body has different dietary requirements. Like there's certain times of the month, probably about 3 or 4 days, where your body needs more carbs. Your body might be a little heavier during those days, right? Never mind water retention, stress and anxiety, even just your muscles can become denser from working out. Like meaning, okay, ready? Okay, so this time we're doing high kicks. These are gonna kill me today. So this is low impact, it's just kicks, high impact. And you can go fast if you're feeling good. So when you work out, like you notice how sometimes your muscles are sore, or your muscles feel just congested, I like to call it, like they feel heavy, like you feel weighted down. But that doesn't mean you've gained weight in terms of size. That just means you've got more crap in your muscles that's contributing to a number on the scale. So what I want you to do is try to forget about the scale, because it's really one tiny piece of your progress. I want you to think about your body changing as you work out, as you exercise. So kick the other side. Squat, kick. So I want you to think of what we actually want when we work out, when we try to eat healthier. We want to change our body composition, right? It's not just about dropping a number on the scale. The scale could go down 10 pounds and you might be bigger. Your clothes might fit tighter. Is that what you want? Usually, no. Most women would say no. They want the scale to go down because they want it to show that they're smaller. So what I would recommend is think about your body transforming through the things that you're doing for it, right? Because you are creating more muscle, right? You're getting rid of fat, like, so you're trying to change up the composition between fat and muscle. Okay, so you're squatting, lunging with the other leg now, right? And so pay attention to size of clothes, like how your clothes fit, being aware that those days that you're bloated, and then thinking of a longer time period, right? So if you think of how fast 4 weeks goes, we want to see results on the scale, but they're not reflective, oh my bum, of real change, which is what we really want. I would say hold the vision, focus on the end goal, forget about the how and the when, because we don't, what happens with weight loss, and it's just like any other changes, so remember you can do planks on your elbows or your hands, any changes, it happens suddenly, right? So with any progress in life, what tends to happen is waves. It's not linear. So you'll be working. Okay, so here's an example. You put a pot of water on the stove to boil, you leave the room, you forget about it, you come back, it's boiling like crazy, and you're like, how did that happen so fast? Versus when you're in a hurry, you put a pot of water on the stove, and it takes forever to boil as you stand there waiting for it, right? That's kind of what jumping on the scale is, even weekly. Because how much can really change in a week, ask yourself, right? Does it even make common sense? Versus sending your order to Amazon, the Amazon unit, the universe of Amazon. I'm gonna get fit, I'm gonna get healthy, I'm gonna get in shape, I'm gonna look after myself. And 6 months from now, all of a sudden you're like, whoa, what happened? Like it'll just drop all of a sudden. That's kind of how weight loss works. What happens for most of us with any goal is we fixate on it so much and we give it the amount of time that we decide it's supposed to happen in, and we pull the plug. And we usually, the saddest part is, we usually pull the plug right before we're about to hit a breakthrough. In my experience, personally and with clients, the breakthrough happens right after you are just about to give up. Right when it's the hardest, so going back to Jack's, right when you're the most frustrated. And so pay attention. When you are ready, you think you've done everything, you're ready to hang up your shoes and give up, you're right before a big breakthrough. It happens in business, it happens with health, and what happens to most of us is we give up before the change has a chance to happen. And so I would just encourage you, look at the changes you're making as things that, this is what I do now, and fall in love with the process, the do, and not the goal, not the end goal or the have. Fall in love with your new life, your new changes. I love drinking water first thing in the morning now. I love drinking water before my coffee. It makes me feel so good, right? Stop looking for the benefit. Like, don't give just to get. Give. It's like giving somebody something because you want to give it to them, not because you want them to give you something in return. Give to yourself, your body, as we talked about in another episode, your home. This is your dwelling that you cannot get away from. This is your home that you cannot move out of. You are a lifetime dweller in this establishment. So how do you want to look after it? What pride, what care do you want to put into it? Whew. And make your choices and changes for that. And just wait, because the physical changes have got to happen. But don't do it for that, right? It was funny, this was a lesson I learned years ago when I had my first child, and I've told this story a couple times on social media. We didn't have cameras back then, and I guess I didn't really have mirrors, full-length mirrors. I didn't realize how much weight I had gained. Nobody obviously told me, and I remember seeing pictures. She was born end of November. I remember seeing Christmas pictures the next year when they came back, because we had to get them developed, and thinking, oh my Lord, why did nobody tell me how much weight I had gained? And I started running to lose the weight, but I had always sort of enjoyed running. But friends of mine had gotten into running, had gotten into running clinics. With the running room, I had no idea such things that existed. And I said, yeah, I want to train for a half marathon. In my mind, well, anybody who can run a half marathon, or I later did full marathons, anybody who can do that is going to be in wicked shape. So I honestly did not pay attention. I didn't really look, I just, literally, it's a great example of me fixated on the end goal, that I was going to run a marathon, and that was my solution, and I just started training. I didn't pay attention to clothes. I didn't even own a scale. I didn't look at myself in the mirror every day looking to see if my body was changing. I just committed to the process and fell in love with the process. I loved running. Like, the weight loss was the last thing that I even connected to running. It was about my friends, like the community I had met. It was about the social, totally about the social. It was about getting out of the house. It was about feeling good. I felt amazing. It was about being proud of myself for accomplishing something I'd never done before. Somebody's trying to connect to the... As it turns out, when marathon day came, marathons are not guaranteed to make you look super fit and skinny. I lost a lot of weight, but I still wasn't in my mind. But it just didn't bother me because I was so much more connected to the process. I didn't really care about the end goal. When I got to that I set another running goal, and I focused on getting fitter because I wanted to run faster. I wanted to qualify for Boston. And so, again, it wasn't about, okay, we're going to high kicks. It wasn't about my body changed as a byproduct. So if you can fall in love with the process of the workouts, of running, of whatever it is you're doing, fall in love with how you feel when you eat well, how you sleep, how your energy is, how much cleaner and healthy and alive you feel, your scale result, your size result will come. But when you hinge your happiness and your sense of accomplishment on the goal and not the process, you set yourself up for failure and you set yourself up to quit. Because the true purpose of a goal, any goal, and that's why it's really important to set the right goal. The true purpose of a goal is the growth and change that happens in you in your pursuit of it. I learned this the hard way in ultra running because when I got into those longer distances, so much could happen to thwart your efforts. But a great example, even better example, is mountaineering. When you read stories about people who spend years preparing for the summit of Aconcagua, and there's very small odds that the weather and the environment and all the circumstances line up that they can actually complete that goal, and they spent years training for it, years away from their family. So this one, and like an obscene amount of money to not even, or they get ridiculously like from here to the wall close to the summit and have to turn back because of the weather. Like, so they get that, right? Because it's literally life and death if they choose to go after the goal and not turn around. And for us, obviously it's not, but it's a great lesson to know that many of the circumstances in achieving a goal, whether it's an ultra run, especially if it's weight loss, is you have no control. You really don't have a lot of control over that. You have control over the choices that you make daily. You have control over the actions you take. You have control over your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs. You have control over questioning. You have control over getting rid of that scale. And putting your thought energy and your focus into the things that matter, which is your choices and your mindset. Your choices come from your mindset. So if you put your focus into your mindset first, your thoughts, what do you choose to believe? Do not believe anything that does not move you towards where you want to be. Okay, where are we at? Okay, take a quick rest. We're going to finish with our 100 core. For anybody doing... Love it, Dawn. You're so right. It's when I do my best thinking is when I'm running. This was for you, Dawn Purden. 3 pounds is a glass of water. So If I didn't get through to you, and it's not just for you, it's for anybody, it's for all of us. I need the reminder too. I don't even weigh myself. I haven't weighed myself in I don't know how long. It's irrelevant. It truly is. Okay, we're gonna do 100 core. So we're gonna start with spider planks. Okay, here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. You can do this from your elbows too. Okay, that's 20. We're gonna go over to our back. We're gonna do flutter kicks for 20. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure your back is pressed into the ground. 8, 9, 10. Okay, rolling over. We're gonna do 20 Russian twists. I mean, if you're doing workouts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 60. We're gonna do bicycles for 20. If you're not feeling better from doing your workouts, right, and making these changes, and you want to go back to the old way of your lifestyle based on a scale number, right, that's a choice that you can make. But I would remember what I said about what does that scale even mean? Okay, I think that was 20. I can't count and talk. We're going to do 20, 10 leg lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I didn't weigh myself before this, and I'm not weighing myself now, so I have no idea. I think once you let that number go, 10 more leg lifts. What does it even mean? Two more. And then now we're going to finish with plank. We're at 50 seconds now for our last week. High or low, elbows or hands. I'm going to do hands because this floor hurts. Elbows. Okay, ready? Plank. Great workout today, you guys. Apologize for my sluggishness, but I'm so glad I did it. I could not have done it without you all. Spring is coming. Okay, we have 15 seconds. Get rid of your scale. I challenge you to put it, if you don't throw it out, put it in the back of your closet somewhere and forget about it. And just focus on the things that you can do to move you towards your goal. And don't worry about what that scale says. It's not your report card. All right, awesome workout today, guys. Don't forget to post your sweaty selfie with 6 weeks of Will and oh my God. And I know it feels like crap. That's why you get rid of it. Why do you want to feel like crap? Because like a thing tells you to feel like crap. No, thank you. I have kids that can make me feel like crap. I don't need a piece of, whatever you want to call it. No, thank you. Don't forget, post 6 weeks of Will, and we will see you tomorrow to continue week 5. Have a great day.